Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to this week's podcast. A lot is going on,
Bro.
We'll talk trades. We'll talk March Madness. March Madness just started.
Hell yeah, baseball came back.
Baseball came back. A lot to talk about there. Already the brackets are busted. I read 99% of the brackets are gone.
Yeah, we had two major upsets that just took everybody out.
Already. So. Yeah, it's hard to spot the upsets in the beginning. But yeah, there's a lot to touch on. So let's get started.
Yeah. First game of the day, we had Michigan State against Mississippi State. I think all the money was on Mississippi State. So it was nice to see Michigan State. I took Michigan State.
I took Michigan State as well. I was watching the game pretty closely. They started off strong.
Yeah.
They basically led the whole game. They controlled the whole game. Yep. They know what they're doing out there, so they're already off to a strong start. So now with their win, they're going against North Carolina. North Carolina demolished. They demolished Wagner. This isn't going to be easy for Michigan.
Oh, not at all. No, I can see a huge blowout for North Carolina. But Michigan State is no joke. You know, they came to play. They are a playoff team. You know, they have an okay season. They were 19-13. Right. But they have a great playoff run, and they always do. So we'll see what happens.
They got experience. They have the players. They know what to do. But against a very, I'm going to use this word again, powerhouse team in North Carolina. I'm taking North Carolina for this one.
Oh, hell yeah. All the way. Easy pick. Second game, crazy upset. Duquesne against BYU.
Yeah, I think I had BYU. A lot of people had BYU.
They're frauds, bro. They're frauds.
I was just about to say they're frauds.
They're frauds, dude. They came into this game as a heavy favorite. They lost by 4 points. Good for Duquesne, though. You know, it's their first time in a long time actually making it to the second round. I think even winning a playoff game. So
right, yeah. I mean, all props to them. But BYU, man, what's going on,
bro? For real,
what's going on?
I think by game 2, everyone's bracket's already lost.
I know, right? By game 2 already.
Lost.
I know, right? By game 2 already. And then we got Illinois versus Morehead State. I was watching that game.
Yes, sir. So was I.
Closer than I wanted.
Yeah.
Closer than I wanted because second half, you know, Illinois was up, but Morehead caught up, right? They started being a little competitive. They even took the lead a few times. I was like, oh, what's going on? I don't want to see Illinois. You know, they just won the Big Ten champion.
Yeah.
They just beat Wisconsin, who I am pretty impressed that they beat Purdue. I was like, they're not going to lose the first round. But thankfully, they caught up. They got their act together.
Yep.
And, you know, now they're going to be versus... Off. Yep, they took off. They're going to be versus Duquesne. I'm still taking Illinois for the win. Yep. I think they're going to go up again.
Yeah, I can see them winning, going to the Sweet 16. Dude, Illinois basketball excites me. It's good to see. I know you said you're watching the game, right? Those guys that were just shooting threes. They got hot. They went on that run. Oh, dude, awesome.
I love it. And, you know, even in the post-game interview, coach says that, you know, this is one of the most exciting teams I've ever coached. You know, it's complete. This team is complete for him. So if he has the confidence and I have the confidence that this team can definitely, you know, go up.
Hell yeah. I'm rooting for them all the way. I had them winning one of my brackets.
Yeah.
I made 4 of them, so I had them winning. Hopefully.
Let's see how far they get.
So we had Akron and Creighton.
Yep.
That was a pretty easy win. 77-60.
Very comfortable lead for Creighton.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Very comfortable win for Creighton. You know, they definitely, you know, ran with it. I don't think they'll have the same success with Oregon. I think Oregon is a much better team. They also won by a pretty decent amount, even though they're 11th seed. Yeah. I still think they can possibly beat
Oregon. Is no joke. You know, they're good. They have a good team. Watching them play yesterday against South Carolina. South Carolina, they were again a close game, right? So it was nice to see Oregon. A lot of people did have Oregon winning this, but yeah, Creighton's gonna have a challenge. This is not gonna be an easy game for them.
I'm taking Oregon.
I'm taking Oregon too. Next game we have Long Beach State against Arizona, 65-85. Easy win for Arizona in the second half though. These guys look kind of. They didn't have a good first half.
Arizona. You know, that's the thing is, I remember you were talking about it. Like they're a second half team, Arizona.
Yeah,
they start off a little slow, a little sluggish, and the second, I don't know what happens in the locker room, but in the second half, they absolutely play great.
Yep, they woke up.
I don't think that's going to work for them if they continue to move forward.
Oh, 100% not. No, that they by 6 points, they were heavy favorites again, minus 20 something. And they did win the 20, but first half they were up by 6. Mm-hmm. You know, Long Beach, they had the lead at some point of the game, which was crazy to see, especially for an Arizona team who demolished all season long. They were a powerhouse all season long.
Do you think they're frauds?
I think they're frauds. sorry to say that, but I think they're frauds. They should have won this game by 40 points.
Yeah, I mean, I'm. If you had expectations, I wasn't expecting much out of this game. I was expecting Arizona to win. And honestly, I can see them moving forward. Even though you're saying they're frauds, I think they could beat Dayton.
Dayton's good, man. Nevada against Dayton. Dayton did just beat Nevada. The upset. But I guess I can see that too. I can see Arizona winning this.
Yeah, right?
Only because... So I think because Arizona does have a good offense. They're an explosive offense. Dayton has a good game, but they struggled the whole game against Nevada. They did come back and win it.
Mm-hmm.
So they got to clean that up. If they clean that up, they have a good chance against Arizona. Colorado State against Texas.
I saw that game.
That game had a lot of like talk about it, only because there's this guy on Twitter who bets, right? And he's the fade god. Everyone knows who he is. I'm not gonna say no names with it. The fade god. So he had Oregon and Texas to win. And everyone's like, damn, so who's losing? So because you literally fade him. You go opposite. So we saw Oregon won, so everyone had started putting money on Colorado State.
Yeah.
Texas ended up winning, so he got the win. You didn't have to fade him for that game. I thought it was just funny. It was so funny.
That is so funny, bro. Because I had money on Colorado too.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna win, but Texas came out on top.
Yeah, I took Texas only just to be. I felt Texas to win. 56-54. It was a very low scoring game.
Yeah, it was
110 points. But that's how Colorado's last game was. So they are a very defensive team. Yeah, both teams were very defensive. So they were obviously 56-44. Texas came out on top.
What's going to be interesting is now they're versus Tennessee. Tennessee obviously, led the whole game against St. Peter's. Bro. They demolished them. How do you see that playing out? We have a defensive team against a pretty high scoring team, second seed Tennessee. Honestly, I have Tennessee for this one. I don't think Texas can handle them. No,
Tennessee, you can't. Tennessee's great, dude. I watched them all season long. Every game that was on, I would just capture every game. They're explosive. They're fast. They're hungry. They're ready to go, dude.
Yeah.
Texas is going to have a lot to handle this week.
All right, let's see how they handle it, because I feel like even though they beat Colorado, I feel like it wasn't a comfortable win.
Yeah. It wasn't a win to get you going. It was like, all right, we got through, we won it. It was tough. We barely scored 56 points.
Yeah.
We're going against a team who can average what's their average? 80 points a game. That's against that's going to be tough. Bro, this game had me so mad. I'm sure it had everybody mad. Oakland against Kentucky. Dude, biggest upset of the day.
What?
Biggest upset. You said there was only 0.038% brackets alive.
Yeah.
This game ruined everybody.
Yeah, this is done. This eliminated. This was the Thanos snap.
Yep.
Right. This one eliminated everyone. It's like, what are you doing out there in Kentucky?
For real.
How do you lose to Oakland?
They got outplayed every single possession.
Do you think maybe it was like, oh, we have this team? We got it.
Yeah, they came with that mentality like, bro, easy. We got the dub. We're coming in with no motivation.
Yeah.
We're gonna come in. We're worried about tomorrow's game, not today's game.
Right.
And that's the thing with Kentucky, because I feel like all season when I was writing them, betting them all year, same thing. You'd have them minus 10 favorites, and they'd lose or they just barely win. It's like, so they had something going on in their locker room, because they were like this all season. Those 10 games that they lost were always like that. Like, oh, bro, we got an easy game.
Yeah.
Lost.
I mean, if that's how they acted all season, then my question to you is why did you bet on them?
I wouldn't really bet because, again, after two of them, I was like, nope, that's it. So, but I would bet just mentally. But all right, Kentucky got this game.
Yeah.
Nope, they lost by 5. Nope, they lost by 3. Or they just barely won when they were minus 1,000 favorites. This game, they were minus 1,200, minus 13.5 point spread to lose by 4. Jack with 10 3-pointers, bro. 32 points against Kentucky.
Wow.
Up next, we have my boys, Iowa State against South Dakota State. Easy win for them, very comfortable. 82-65.
Yeah,
my boys are good, bro.
Yeah, Iowa State is great. Now I know they're a pretty strong team, but would you say they're kind of like an underdog in this series?
In a way, yes. We've always had a good basketball organization. We've always been a tough team. But this year, this team is different. They came to play. We have a great defense. We're like the top to allow the least amount of points every game, which is great. So I'm excited to see what they do. They're underdogs because we're playing against Purdue, UConn, the good guys. Illinois is looking good. So I feel like we're kind of like an underdog, but not really, because we were second seed. We beat Houston. We won the Big 12.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of a team where it's like they've always been kind of well, but this time they're exceptional, and they're still not getting any side eyes right now.
Yeah.
They have a great defense. They only allowed 65 points in this game. Obviously not to a very competitive team, but it does show that they can manage themselves very, very well.
Yep.
Right. And so now they're next to Washington State.
Easy dub.
I still see Iowa taking it.
Yep. We'll get to Washington State in a bit. Gonzaga against McNeese. Easy dub. Was it 86-65? Yeah, they absolutely blew them.
Yeah, Gonzaga's always pretty competitive. You know, I saw them winning McNeese pretty easily.
Yeah, that was an easy win.
I didn't expect much from it. Now that they're versus Kansas, that's going to be a pretty good game.
Yeah, I'm excited for that game. We had Tennessee. They won 83-49. Comfortable win. Easy win against St. Peter's. NC State against Texas Tech. That was a kind of an upset, which was nice to see. I took NC State. I just felt that they just beat North Carolina last week. They are good. They're no joke. They came to play this year. 11th ranked. So they're someone to watch out. Who do they have next?
Oakland.
Oh, okay. So they're gonna have a game. Then we had Sanford against Kansas. Another win for Kansas, but it was sweatier than you thought. Kansas was up by 20 points at one point to come down to lose by 4. That was one of the games that I bet on. I actually took that game. I had bet Sanford +7. I had a feeling that Kansas was going to fold at the end. It was going to have a fold and come out to almost lose or just another tight game.
Yeah, give a little heart attack there.
Yeah, make everyone scared. Oh shit, everyone took Kansas.
Yeah,
and nope, they came out on top. And then last game of the night, we had Drake against Washington. Fuck. And then the last game of the night, Drake against Washington State.
Yeah, I had Drake.
I had Drake as well. So I'm kind of mad that these guys came out on top. And that pretty much wraps up first night of March Madness, first round.
First round of March Madness. Some upsets, but I'm excited to see where it's going to go. We have a lot of games today for the 22nd.
Yep, today, Friday, March 22nd, we have...
What's a game today that you're going to pay close attention to?
I really like New Mexico against Clemson.
Yeah.
I don't know why that game to me is so interesting. Clemson is the underdog, but I can see Clemson winning this game.
I could see New Mexico winning it.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Purdue should take Grambling out, no problem.
Here's the thing with Purdue is they just lost to Wisconsin. Wisconsin is 5th seed. Purdue has had some time to rest, right? So I do see them kind of being full energy this game against a team who definitely isn't as good. Purdue are monsters.
Yep.
But I can see Grambling taking that, just taking that momentum into this game. You know what I mean? I mean, here's the thing. They didn't win dramatically. It went into overtime.
Yeah.
So they just barely passed. I don't think they can do that with Purdue, but I can also see Purdue kind of taking advantage of those 2 weeks, resting and just saying, kind of making that move like, all right, we got this.
Yeah.
Instead of a team that just won, they're high off that energy. So I could see that dynamic at play, but I do expect Purdue to win.
Another game that I do kind of like tonight is James Madison against Wisconsin.
Yeah, I'm excited for this game too. Honestly, Wisconsin is better than I thought they were.
Yeah.
They went toe to toe with Illinois at the Big Ten champion. They did very well. They beat Purdue,
right?
Which is a very, very serious team. I don't know. I see them winning against James Madison. It's funny, Wisconsin, Madison, James Madison.
Yeah.
But I see them taking over. Honestly, it's going to be a high scoring game too. Yeah. I see them covering the spread completely.
Minus 5.5 favorites, over under 146.
Yeah, I see it.
I can see this game being over. They are both explosive offenses. They do have a good run for that. My thing is James Madison had a great season, 31-3. They're no joke, so I'm excited to see what happens. I am going to pay attention to this game.
I see what you're saying, but I think Wisconsin is in a much better league. They've faced better teams before. Mm-hmm. I've seen them overcome adversity.
Okay.
They can handle the pressure against a really good team. So that's why I'm still sticking with Wisconsin on this one.
All right. So we're going to bet against one. I'm taking James Madison.
All right.
Wisconsin.
We'll see.
All right, cool. So yeah, again, March Madness is the best time of the year for basketball. It's just upsets. It's teams going crazy, guys going off, guys you never knew going off, like Jack from Oakland.
Yep.
So yeah, today's games I'm excited for. All right, so that pretty much wraps up March Madness. Let's talk about baseball. Just came back.
Yep, we came back.
We had the Soul Series, Dodgers against the Padres.
Yeah,
two games. They went 1-1. It was good, man. It was good to see baseball again. Good to see some hits, some pitches.
How do you think Ohtani did?
He did pretty good for his first game back.
I think pretty well, right?
He got 2 hits in the first game. He got some RBIs. But I wanted to talk about their new pitcher. This dude, they paid him $325 million. First game, it's his first start. He allowed 5 runs in the first inning. He was nervous, bro. He choked. I don't know what it was, but everyone was excited to see him. You know, he's a new guy. He's good. He's from Japan. He had a great record in Japan. 5 runs. He got taken out.
Oh, dude.
He didn't come in. He didn't come in anymore in this game after the first inning. He has 3 outs. Out. Literally, he got out. So I was kind of bummed out to see that. Because, you know, again, as a Dodgers fan, you got a new pitcher's come in, young guy.
Yeah, I get the hype. But, you know, with these things, yeah, maybe he was nervous. Maybe we got to ease into it.
Yeah.
Let's see how he does for the rest of the league. But, yeah, not a great start.
Not a great start, but it was just good to see baseball again. Mookie Betts with a home run. So, yeah, baseball comes back March 28th. Cannot wait for that. I'm excited for this new season. Again, to bring you into a new season, talking about it, it's going to be nice to have someone to talk baseball with. So, we had a few trades this past week, nothing too major. Talking about football, Deonta Foreman from the Bears to the Browns. They picked him up.
Yeah, I really liked Foreman at his time in the Bears. So it's sad to see him go.
He goes to the Browns. They can definitely use him behind probably as a running back too. Mike Williams to the Jets. That's a great pickup for them. I hope he stays healthy, and then he will be dangerous on the Jets.
Oh yeah, I think Jets have a really great foundation. I think the Jets obviously are capable of being a great team.
Yep.
See how Aaron Rodgers fits into it.
He better not get injured again, bro.
Bro, hopefully not.
If he gets injured,
they got to switch the grass. Yeah, that's it, right? He's retired.
Retire already. After
Your Bengals signed OT Trent Brown.
Trent Brown, yep, from the Pats. That's a pickup for us. You know, we need an offensive tackle. Someone to help block for Joe Burrow, man.
That poor man. Yeah.
Poor man's gonna get injured again if we don't have nothing there. But thankfully we picked him up. I'm excited for that. That's a big help. Joshua Dobbs to the 49ers.
Mr. I did see that. Mr.
Mr. Passionate. They said veteran Joshua Dobbs to the 49ers.
Oh, damn. Veteran. He's a veteran.
He's only 29 years old, man.
Already.
He's a veteran.
He's an old man now.
And then we had Chase Young to the Saints. Again, like I said, he's.
How do you feel about that? Like Chase Young, I know you've never liked the Saints.
I think, man, this guy should have been like a top dog. Like an Aaron Donald kind of guy, like have a career, but he's just been being traded. He's not producing anything. Feel bad for the guy coming from Ohio State. Feel bad for him because, you know, he was a Commander, he was a 49er, and now he's a Saint.
He has so much potential, but let's see how he does in the Saints. You know, it's not a terrible organization. I think he can hopefully find home there.
Yeah, nothing too much really happened. I think one of the biggest ones that has happened, what happened kind of last week, but we didn't get to talk about it. Your boy, Justin Fields to the Steelers.
Yeah, I mean, that happened right after we shot our episode. So Justin Fields going to the Steelers.
How do you feel about that, man?
Dude, I mean, here's the thing. You know, breaking it down, I think it's sad to see that we traded him for a 6th-round pick and a 4th-round pick if he plays more, right, which I don't think he will. You know, I think they're going to stick with Russell for that year. If we think about it a little deeper, Ryan Poles did say, we have had offers for Justin Fields, but we felt that the Steelers offer was the most fair for him, for Justin.
Okay.
I can see what he's saying because, like, okay, we look at the teams that need a quarterback. You know, we got the Patriots, we got Washington. They're also top in the draft, so they're drafting a new guy. We got Mac Jones going to the Jaguars. Obviously, he's not gonna get a second of playing because they already have, you know, they already have their QB1.
Right.
You know, and so we look at Justin going to the Steelers. Russell is on the tail end of his career.
Yeah.
Right. He's 35 years old. He's not the long-term answer for the Steelers. So if we have a successful quarterback leading Justin Fields shadowing a successful quarterback for 1 year, I think he can learn a lot.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
He can learn a lot, and he can kind of watch in the sidelines instead of just putting him in there.
Yeah.
And so I think he's going to learn that way. And then, you know, I think possibly the Steelers are looking at Justin Fields for their long-term quarterback.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
You know, so that's good. So all these other quarterbacks from Justin's class who got traded aren't going to be a QB1 anytime soon. They're already in teams that have a QB1. Justin's is in a unique position where Russell's going to retire soon, and then he can take over the mantle.
Yeah, and that's what I feel like Justin needed. Like he had to, because he came to Chicago, he started right away. Right, he didn't get that veteran shadowing. How do you think
Caleb Williams is going to do in the Bears? I mean,
that's like you said last week. He's coming into the perfect situation. right? So he's coming into a team that's ready for him, basically. It's literally aligned for him. So this could be one of those times. He looked good at his USC pro day. You know, it could be one of those times where he plugs in, he fits like C.J. Stroud. Right? C.J. Stroud had himself a game. He didn't need to shadow anybody, but it's because he came out as a great quarterback out of college. You know, he came out good. He had the mindset. He's mature in the brain. I think Caleb was gonna have the same thing as C.J. Stroud.
You know, hopefully, I see this. I've been seeing all over the internet like, oh yeah, the Bears are a 13+ win team. I'm like, whoa, take it easy. Take it easy. Like, I had a few people saying, yeah, they're going to beat the Packers twice this season.
Shit.
I don't think so. I don't think Caleb Williams is going to go and beat the Packers first game. Because if he does, I think that sets the tone for the whole season.
Yep.
We have a guy, we finally beat the Packers. We have someone who can beat the Packers.
Yeah.
So if he does that, I think it's off to a good start, but I don't see it. I think there's going to be growing pains.
Yeah.
I see it. Even though we do have an amazing offense, a great defense, you could just never tell with these things.
You can never tell. You know, you can either come out, he can bust right away, can't get into the whole the whole NFL playing style.
Oh yeah.
Versus college. And college is, again, it's easy for them as you get older. You're playing against younger kids the whole time. If you think about it, you're coming to play big guys, aggressive guys who have been in the league for 10+ years. So you got to come out ready. You know, it's going to be tough for him. It's not going to be easy for him.
It's not going to be easy. You know, one thing that I found really funny is like, oh, this guy, he's coming from a warm, university. He's going to go to the cold.
Yeah. Come from a hot weather to a cold weather. That affects somebody. It's like, bro, he's going to come out and be a bear. He's going to be a bear.
Yeah, right? He's going to be a bear. I mean, Aaron Rodgers came from a warm university. He did amazing in Green Bay. Exactly. Bro, Green Bay is colder than Chicago.
Right. I still think it's funny that he's a Packers fan. Caleb Williams.
It's tough to see. I want to see Justin Fields. I want to succeed as, I want to see the Bears organization succeed.
Of course you do.
But I also want to see Justin Fields prove the Bears organization wrong.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you shouldn't have traded me. All I needed was just some guidance.
Yeah. I feel like that's all he needed was some good guidance. Someone who literally show him the way, basically,
And I think that did start with Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus. I think it started, but I mean, after 1 year, after 2 years, I feel like that's not enough time. You need time to build that connection.
Yeah.
But we're going to miss him. We're going to miss him.
No, I'm sure you guys are. I heard a lot of Bears fans saying, man, we shouldn't have gotten rid of him and we don't need Caleb Williams. I'm like, man, I don't know. Caleb Williams is good. I was watching his highlights last week just to rewatch him, and he's good, bro.
I saw that.
He's
too.
good.
He is good. I'm curious, if you're a Steelers fan and watching this, what do you guys expect from Justin?
Yeah,
I want to see how you guys feel about this because I haven't seen too many. I do want to talk about though, towards the end of March and beginning of April is huge in the sports world.
Oh yeah.
We have the draft coming up in April, so expect us to talk about that. We got the end of March Madness, so we'll see the Final Four, and then we'll see the final. And I'm not sure how many boxing fans there are, but we got Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney going at it in April. Then we got Isaac Cruz and Rolly Romero towards the end of March. So there's going to be a lot of commotion. Also, baseball is going to be finally starting on the 28th. So there's a lot to look out for.
We got quarterfinal Champions League.
Yep, quarterfinals Champions League. Who do you got? Real quick.
Again, being a Real Madrid fan, I'm taking Madrid, but I don't know if we can beat Man City. This year, though, we do look great. They took us down last year. But this year, Madrid looks great. We look ready. Man City has been struggling all season long. They've got more L's than did last year. So it's a 50-50 game, but I'm taking Madrid all the way.
You know what? I don't like Real Madrid, but I'm going to take Real Madrid. I think they are ready. I think they're more prepared. They're going to take down Man City.
Yep. Jude Bellingham is just a beast. Vinny and Rodrigo up top. I don't see any of these other teams beating us. Maybe PSG. Not really, but maybe. But I don't see Arsenal beating us. I don't see Barca beating us. I don't see Atletico beating us and Bayern beating us either.
Yeah, I agree. I think Barca, although they're a great team, I think they are the weaker link in here.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
They are the weaker link. I don't think they're going to take on PSG. PSG is going to go out with the win. I have PSG for that. Arsenal, I think, is going to continue moving forward.
Yeah, you think they're going to beat Bayern?
I do.
That's gonna be a great game. That's probably the game that I'm most excited to see behind my Madrid and Man City game. A lot of games coming out, a lot of fights coming out, a lot of just good stuff coming out overall for sports. Thank you guys again for watching. This is Solo Fuego, and we'll see you guys soon.